This chapter describes the components that are found in each process area. Understanding this component is critical to fully comprehend the work that needs to be done when implementing either a specific process area or a set of process areas. The components associated with each process area are shown in this figure to illustrate their relationships. As you can see, process areas components are grouped into three categories that reflect how to interpret them. They are required components, recommended components, and supplementary components. Required components are essential to achieving proper process area implementation. The required components in the Smart Customer Management Model process areas are the activities. Activities are the individual tasks within the process area that compose the larger process purpose. Activities differ from transactions. A transaction is the activity that takes place between the parties involved in a process. Transactions can be composed either of one single activity or a group of activities. Each activity in a process must belong to exactly one transaction, and each activity must commit its operation before the process continues. Recommended components refer to the tasks that are important in achieving a required process area component, and they help to guide those working on the implementation of the model. The recommended components are the practices. Practices are the specific methods and techniques that are considered important for the thought-of execution of the associated activities within a process area. Note that before a process area purpose can be considered to be satisfied, either the related practices or acceptable alternatives to them must be present in the implemented processes of the organization. The practices covered in the model are quality assurance, change management, IT governance, partnership management, and social media management. Supplementary components are the components that help model users understand the required and recommended components. The model's supplementary components provide information necessary to achieve the correct understanding of the process areas. Supplementary components are the objectives, description, measures, and other related process areas. The objectives describe the purpose of the process area and are an informative component. The objectives are both general and specific. A general objective describes a clear and measurable target that must be present to satisfy a goal. A specific objective contains the unique actions that the organization must undertake to attain the associated general objective. The description details the background, rationale, and major concepts covered in the process area and is an informative component. Measures are a part of the toolset the organization must use to monitor and control the performance of the implementation of a process area. The organization will need to establish the performance indicators that better reflect the organization's information needs. The related process areas are the high-level relationships among the process areas. In many cases, process areas inputs originate in other process areas from within or outside the same goal scheme. Likewise, process areas' outcomes can fit into other process areas as inputs. This means that process areas control flows from one activity to another and that transition conditions must be evaluated along activities and practices execution. For every process area, activities are numbered sequentially. Each activity begins with a prefix corresponding to its process area name. For example, IPM1 denotes Improvement Project Management Process Area Activity Number 1.